we're about to link up with two dubstep legends. Like actually legends. Flux Pavilion and Dr. P. Man, if you've never been to a dubstep show, you're gonna get a little taste. With two legends, how have you guys managed to stay in your lane and still be successful?
I think
new episode. Where are we going this time? We're about to link up with two dubstep legends. Like actually legends. Flux Pavilion and Dr. P. And if you don't know who they are, well, you're about to find out, man. If you've never been to a dubstep show, you're gonna get a little taste. So we're in Kelowna. We'll see what the vibes are tonight at a new venue. I think it's called the Kelowna Event Center. It should be a vibe. But before we do that, we're going to the Rico room. So we're gonna get some appies. And then yeah, hope you liked the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. We're heading to the Rico. To the Rico.
Hey. Good, how are you?
What's the vibe?
I told you.
Not bad. Let's see him. Food was bussin', not gonna lie. But we're gonna walk this off real quick and then head down to see Dr. P and Flux Pavilion. Yeah.
Did you say Dr. Pavilion?
No, what? No. So Dr. P and Flux Pavilion.
I didn't hear the Flux part.
You guys heard it, right? Okay, we're at the venue. It looks like an old church. Interesting. But anyway, we're gonna head in, go check out the scenes, and go tap in with the boys. So I hope you like the scenes from the show, because I have no idea what to expect other than a lot of bass. So let's go. See what I mean? It's definitely giving churchy vibes. So let's see how this goes. Good, how are you?
Where we at? 10 minutes? I'll give him a warning. So this is the green room. You can actually have some snacks, dude. If you guys are hungry, everything here is like
wow.
free.
Cool.
Yeah, it's from the venue. They're amazing.
This is the craziest green room probably I've seen in a minute. Look at this, it's like a bakery. Actually, it is a bakery. You can see the menu. Cool. Holy crap, how you doing, mate? Good. Mikhail, nice to meet you. What's up, man? How's the travel?
Yeah, we've been here for a week. So
Here?
Yeah.
So when I saw you guys were coming here, I was like, Andrew, what's going on? Yeah, man. All right. Can I call you legends? With two legends. Now, before anyone, I have a fan base that's not so much too familiar with electronic music. So for anyone who doesn't know who both of you are, you mind introducing yourself? What do you do? Who are you?
well, I'm Dr. P,
I'm Flux Pavilion.
and I make very horrible sounding electronic music.
I make less horrible sounding electronic music.
What is dubstep?
Dub. You know dub reggae?
Yep.
And there's a UK genre called garage,
Yep.
which is an iteration of that called two-step garage. Two-step garage played half time and mixed with dub elements is dubstep, basically. But then we came along and liked the tempo, didn't really care that much about the step element or the dub element. So really we just made music at the same tempo, and then accidentally that's what everyone thought was dubstep moving forwards. But it isn't, basically. It kind of is now. You know, we're 15 years in the future, you know, dubstep has been, that's what it's been accepted to be.
Yeah.
But dubstep as a thing, it's not really what we were kind of writing. What we were writing was slow drum and bass, basically. When dubstep came about, I was like, this sounds really fun. Took all of my like drum and bass thoughts and kind of moved that into the dubstep tempo. And then kind of, to some, I suppose they'd say we pioneered a new sound. To others, it's an abomination of the dubstep name.
What we do as an abomination was, it was a big talking point in like 2010. Now dubstep is basically just electronic music at about 140 BPM. Really like, and with a halftime feel. I feel like anything that fits that category is dubstep to me.
Right.
So I write dubstep, right? I mean, it's my intention for it to be dubstep in whatever I think kind of dubstep is. And I saw a Reddit post of people arguing that it isn't dubstep for some reasons, and I'm like, who does decide that though? If I intend for it to be dubstep, right, and I am a dubstep artist, is what I've written dubstep, or is there a definition that can deny me that, like, that statement of
especially
of
when
fact?
you guys came from the start, and now you have people telling you that's not.
It is. It's an interesting thing. It's like a bit of a conundrum, and it makes me switch off from the entire thing.
Yeah.
It makes me be like, oh, well, whatever. You decide what it is.
Right.
I'll make my music, and it's mine. It's Flux Pavilion. That's what it is. And then when it comes out, you can work out what box it fits in, I suppose.
But as long as it makes you happy, and
as long as it makes people dance. Yeah. That's the key. I want people to dance. I like the kind of sort of manipulating people's energy levels with electronic sounds.
Right.
It's like such a fascinating and crazy thing to be able to do.
And you get to do it all around the world.
It's a good thing, yeah.
So for both of you, so I'll start with you, Dr. P. Now, when you made Sweet Shop, Big Boss, did you realize what you've done? Because people are still rinsing those, made those remixes as bootlegs.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of did it on purpose. I was trying really, really hard to do it. I'd been trying for years and years in drum and bass, putting stuff out. No one was interested. And then I noticed that dubstep was really getting a lot of attention. So I started playing around, and then I kind of identified what I thought would really work.
Right.
And that was what those tunes were.
And it's just different.
I was right.
Yeah.
I guess at the time I thought they might be, you know, people might like them for 3 months. I didn't even know that I would have any kind of a career.
So for what was that moment for you? And then the similar for you, obviously, with your records, but for those specific records, what was that moment where you knew, holy shit, like I got something going crazy right now?
I saw a video of Rusko playing Sweet Shop at like a big show in America.
Yeah.
And this is when I'd never even played a show myself.
Oh, wow.
Played Sweet Shop and the crowd went crazy. It was like thousands of people there.
So you knew right away, like, okay.
That's when I was like, oh, okay, I've done something. I've finally made a song people care about.
Yeah. And obviously you made tons more, because still years, decades later, you're still doing it. Here you are in Kelowna.
You never stop. I'll try just as much now as I did then. You never stop trying.
And that joy that you had back then, how do you keep it today?
It never goes away for me. Like the feeling of having people enjoy a song and seeing other DJs play it and seeing the people connect with it is just as much fun as it was day one.
And for you, Flux, I know millions of people ask you this about Icon stuff, but I'm not even gonna assume. For you, most memorable record for you in your catalog, and then I'll ask my other question.
One of my favourite things I've ever done is a track that we did together called Fuckers. It's like an Irish jig, dubstep.
Yeah.
I just think it's really, really clever. I just don't think anyone's ever made any music like that, or has, since we'd done it, like before or after.
Yeah.
It didn't go down very well, hasn't streamed at all. No one ever really liked it.
But that's your favourite
But for
record?
me, I was like, we've done something here that's completely singular, that no one else has ever done, and no one else has ever touched. And creatively, it's not even that good, but it just, for me, it's the drive to do something that is completely original. That is what gets me up in the morning. And,
I love that.
And Fuckers really fulfills that for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff on this new album was kind of drawing from that. How can we do things that just no one else is doing?
So why did it take so long for you guys to come with the album?
I don't know. I think just I had quite a lot of stuff to do with Flux. Sean had a lot to do with Dr. P. Like we were just kind of focused on that, and then we sort of reached a point where there were so many unanswered questions from 15 years ago, in a way. Like I'd say with tracks like this, I was like, there's loads of little paths that we went down with Superbad and stuff. We went down it for a bit and then just never went down there again. So we're like, let's explore those avenues and see what's lurking down in these little pools of inspiration.
So you've known each other for eons. You have a great label.
23 years?
23
We were in our first band together when I was 13.
Damn. Okay,
Yeah.
So pretty much day ones, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. So touring together, what's that like?
We're just like adult men now.
Yeah.
It's just kind of pretty easy.
I think if we'd toured together like this for the whole 15 years, we would have killed each other by now. But having 15 years of touring separately and then doing this is easy.
Like there's the saying, you can't make old friends. Our sense of humour, because we were part of a friendship group, you know, from 13 to 20, we were just part of this group of friends and it was just us. And there's so much humour and in-joke and just kind of life and love in that group.
Yeah.
That you can't get that from anywhere else.
I love that.
So it's like being able to just completely be, like Sean's known me since I was 13, right? He knows me better than nearly anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's to be able to be on tour and be that version of myself is actually really relaxing.
Cliche question, but advice. Like, how have you guys in today's social media climate managed to stay in your lane and still be successful without having to change who you are? Because you just said you're comfortable, you're more adult man, like you obviously chill, both of you. So how have you been able to do it?
I think part of our initial success was kind of cracking the code in some way of just understanding that all of the trendy stuff doesn't really mean anything. It's the quality of your music is the most important thing.
Yeah.
So it just like that was kind of part of the process from day one. We're like seeing all these things like, oh, this is really hype, this is happening, and rather than trying to jump too far away, like let's make sure our tunes are just really, really good and they really work in the way we want them to work. And I think just keeping up with that basically. So I haven't really matched social energy. I've tried a few times, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I just don't really need to, as long as I'm writing good tunes. I don't think people they don't want a Flux Pavilion that's like, hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the studio. Right? I don't think anyone wants that. Right? So even when I do put a little bit of that out, it just doesn't connect. And I'm just like, no one wants this. Social media is a crazy thing. Who knows?
It is, but it's working well. What about yourself?
I have basically shied away from social media. Same sort of reason. I feel that like you have to be authentic, and I can't be like an authentic influencer personality. The only way I can be authentic is just posting music that I release and hoping that that's enough. Social media is always changing. There could be a new app next year that none of us have heard of that completely and utterly changes the whole music industry. You just got to be ready to try and do something, no matter what's going on.
The fact that both of you have been able to do this for so long at this level without having to chase the algorithm.
Well, we're always trying much harder than it seems like.
Don't be under any illusions that we're not trying to chase the algorithm. We're trying really hard to stay as relevant as possible, but authenticity and good music are so important that we're just like not willing to let those things dwindle for the sake. I got here today by just writing tunes and being a weird nerd.
But people love it, right? So
there's a lot of weird nerds out there that like good tunes.
Shout out to the nerds. Dubstep for you. What do you think of the state of dubstep today?
Like, it's obviously quite different. Obviously, I talked about earlier what dubstep was before us. I feel like now there's us, and then there's what dubstep is now. It's like transformed. I see if there's a little hole in it, interesting songs, like vocal-led stuff, that's also heavy. What I've found is like you've got your heavy stuff, so people like Subtronics, Sudden Death. How's that? And then you go into the musical stuff. You got obviously kind of color bassy kind of bits and pieces. And then people like Sizzy, and then go off to Millennium and stuff like that. But then it's kind of, that's like really techie and interesting and like sort of quite intellectual. But then I feel like there's a big space in the middle of just like slammers that you can sing along to, and I'm not hearing that. I mean, when you ask that question, you want me to say something bad.
No, I don't want to say something bad.
That's generally people are just like, because I could say dubstep is amazing and all the artists involved in it are amazing.
No, but that's the answer I want, because you just gave a freaking tip there that where the gap is.
Right, so we all know that it's good. But it's just like, I feel like the reason to ask the question is like, but what else? What have you seen?
Yeah.
And that's the thing for me. I feel like the scenes, these like micro bubbles, are really heavily focused on themselves. And just keep on generating and moving more and more in these directions. And I feel like it's creating all these gaps, which I think is really good because it creates loads of opportunities for people to come in and fill those gaps.
Oh, that's a gem. Thank you. And Sean, same line of questioning, just to expound on that. Because for producers coming up, again, chasing trends, like we realize, okay, that's the song that all the big DJs are playing, with those type of drops, so I gotta make a song like that. Staying on the state of dubstep, what Flux just said, where do you see, in your opinion, the gap?
For my DJ sets, I'm always looking for like something that's banging but something that's musical, something with some notes. There's a lot of dubstep that has no notes, no discernible notes or melody of any kind. It's pure like tribal rhythms with like crazy sounds. Whereas I love stuff that's a little bit more melodic. There's not an enormous amount of it. I wish there was a few more solid things like that. I always try and do it with
more melodic music, guys. Appreciate you, man. Hope I didn't take up too much time. Thank you. That was the show. Wow, that was crazy. Over 1,000 people? Shout out to Flux Pavilion and Dr. P for shutting it down. Where are we going next time? We will see. But make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you liked the episode. It was a vibe. Peace. Say bye.